You know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself.
In fact, they saw documents that allude to the fact that he did not kill himself, and they're telling people in the public that he did. They're complete frauds and they're compromised. Or you need to listen to what they said, and there isn't any evidence that he didn't kill himself. There isn't any evidence that he was murdered.
This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, we got our brand new Trump 2028 merch. I love trolling these liberals, but I do think Trump's legacy will continue on. All the things that he's been able to accomplish will continue on through 2028, to be quite honest. So you put in OT28, you get 28% off, and we got a bunch of other cool merch items. So make sure you go and scroll through the store so you can get your favorite items here. And also, we got SHINERGY that's out right now. The day and the night drink. I'm actually drinking a day drink. I drink it every single day, and I drink the night every single night. It really helps really good sleep and focus. You can look at the little chart here. But down here is where you get discounts for life. So if you're a military veteran, first responder, student, teacher, a commercial driver, 60 and over, health worker, or you're on government assistance, means you're on disability or something like that, we give you a discount for life on the store. So go down there and check in and do what you got to do. Like, subscribe to the channel. Y'all already know what to do.
All right, y'all, we got to talk about this Jeffrey Epstein thing. So now that we've gotten reports out, and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino has said on record, it almost looked like in a hostage situation. At least Dan Bongino looked like he in a hostage situation.
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
They said that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. Now, my wife and I talked about this last night. She was incensed, and she believes that for whatever reason they have to say that, and that may not be the truth about what happened. Now, here's my opinions on it. Comment your opinion in the comment section. Do you think that Jeffrey Epstein actually killed himself, or do you think he really was murdered, was suicided? Now, write in the comment section what you guys think, but let me tell you what I think. I think that definitely he was either forced to kill himself or somebody killed him. There is no, in my opinion, there's no way that you can think that all of this is coincidence, right? The question is, if he did kill himself, was it a situation where he was voluntold that you either kill yourself or we gonna kill you? You either do it with dignity in this way or form or fashion, or we're gonna do it in a violent, more public way, which means that maybe, just maybe, the guards turned the cameras off. They removed him from a suicide watch, so therefore he didn't have a roomie or a bunkie. And he took a pill and he died, and they wrapped around his neck to stage it to look like he hung himself, right? So he could die with a little bit of dignity. Is that what they did? Because clearly, if you do any research and you have any common sense, the surveillance footage in his room or in that area was broken. How is that possible? On the day this happened, the surveillance footage didn't work. On the day this happened, simultaneously with the surveillance footage, came the guards falling asleep. Not one guard, but both guards fell asleep. That's like flying in an aircraft on an airplane and both pilots go to sleep. No, they're alternating sleep. Both of them can't be the same tired. They both fell asleep, which I don't think that happens often. So you're telling me the highest profile, the most prolific pedophile in American history somehow is in maximum security, and the cameras don't work, and both guards that could have watched the camera or testified to what happened or could have prevented it from happening or whatever it can be, both of them were asleep the whole time. You can't convince my 4-year-old that that's true.
Do you think Epstein killed himself sincerely?
I don't know. I will say that, he was a fixture in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
I don't know what Barr said about it either. I have no idea what he said. What did he say? He killed himself, probably?
He said he killed himself and that they were going to do this investigation. They never did the investigation. It's never been public.
Well,
and they hid it. And why are they doing that? And clearly Barr knew But why would Bill Barr be covering up the death of Jeffrey Epstein?
Bill Barr didn't do an investigation on the election fraud either, okay? He said he did, and he pretended he did, but he didn't. But possibly he didn't.
Do you think it's
that.
possible that Epstein was killed?
But there are those people, there are many people, I think you're one of them, right? But a lot of people think that he was killed. He knew a lot on a lot of people.
He was killed.
You
I
think so?
I think the closer you look, I'm not a conspiracy person at all. I believe everything I hear. But yeah, the closer you look into it, I mean, the Attorney General of the United States, your Attorney General, clearly lied about the Epstein death.
Yeah,
and
he was.
Why?
He was certainly. It wasn't well done. They had no cameras. They had no anything. Everybody was sleeping, and a case could be made. Look, I'm not going to get involved in it, but I can tell you, a case could be made either way. But it certainly wasn't the most well-run play.
So the question is this, and this is what I pose to conservatives. You need to make your mind up. You need to either say Kash Patel and Dan Bongino are compromised and they're complete frauds and they're part of the deep state system, or you have to contend with the fact that they're telling you the truth. One of the two can happen. I'm sick of people trying to act like, well, no, they're just not right about this. No. If in fact they saw documents that allude to the fact that he did not kill himself and they're telling people in the public that he did, they're complete frauds and they're compromised. Or you need to listen to what they said, and there isn't any evidence that he didn't kill himself. There isn't any evidence that he was murdered. You got to come up with one or two. I get mad when I hear people say, oh, they right about everything, but not this. No, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. If they completely lied to us about the most prolific pedophile in history, then they can't tell us the truth about anything else. So either they compromise or they not. I lean more towards believing that he probably killed himself, but there was some interesting circumstances around him doing it or not doing it, right? How he did it, what methods he used, who coerced him into doing it. All of those things may be methods and strategies that they can't divulge. So that's just my opinion, but I want to hear y'all's opinion because it was very, very interesting. And also said Patel pled to release additional files to improve transparency, promised to publish a trunk load of documents within a week. And that was back at May 2025 reporting, or I guess early May reporting. Apparently, they said they're not going to release the files, but this article is saying that Kash said he's going to release some files. We shall see. But I think I trust them that he didn't kill himself. But y'all let me know. Comment in the comment section. See you on the next one. I'm out.